I'm here. Hello again. I'm here in the breathwork training. We heard Heinz-Gerd Lange before. So below my room in the In-Breath Institute in Bavaria, 30 people are doing a birth meditation right now in this moment. And so I just came up here to my room to share with you something that is really heartfelt, very important for me to share it, and I'm thankful and glad for it that on the World Breathing Day I can share this with you because it's such a gift to have the possibility to do energetical hygiene with our breath. Of course, as breathwork therapists, you all have different techniques when it comes to energy healing in different kinds of way. Of course, there is this scientific approach, and science still is very much of in the kindergarten with exploring how our energy field works and how the interrelationship of our energy bodies is. So I had the great luck to discover for myself the Toltec recapitulation 23 years ago through my mother, who informed me about a Mexican shaman who was coming to Munich to give a talk there. And I was not so much interested, even less because my mother recommended it. But finally I went there and I found out it was like this, that this had something to do with Carlos Castaneda. Who of you has heard anything about this book author? Yes? Oh, great. A lot. Yeah, cool. So I had never read any book back then, 23 years ago, but because I'm a good son and my mother said, I have the feeling this would be good for you. She was at some workshops of this shaman, so I went there. So the Toltec recapitulation is based on these ancient principles that we have as a gift from Carlos Castaneda, who collected as anthropologist this ancient knowledge and gave it to the Western world as a gift. And you can take this gift or not. It's all about a path of freedom. And that's where Toltec recapitulation comes in. It helps you to walk your path of freedom. Who of you, by chance, knows the first movie Matrix, the first part, Matrix, from the Wachowski brothers? Yes, a few. So, from this Toltec point of view, Matrix is a documentary. It's not a science fiction, it's a documentary. So, when we walk our path of freedom, and that's what Carlos Castaneda is offering with this ancient Mexican, pre-Columbian knowledge, is that we can clean our energy body, that we can clean our energy body by collecting the energy and bringing it back to ourselves that belongs to us and give back to others the energy that belongs to them. And I was surprised when many years later, this was back 23 years ago, but many years later, when I found out about different breathwork therapies and practices, that in a certain moment, the therapist said to me as a client, now is the time to take back your energy and inhale and bring back the energy that belongs to you, bring it to you, and exhale and give the others back their energy or the other person. And then I thought, wow, this is from this ancient knowledge. So there is not so much of a huge gap between modern scientifically proven breathwork therapy and resilience, what we can do for our resilience and this ancient Toltec practices. I just wanted to invite you to see the possibility that with our energy body, the electromagnetic field that we have around us, it goes as far as your fingertips reach when you stretch your arms and your hands, like in the image of Leonardo da Vinci. Sensitive people can feel the external parts. You can do it right now if you want. Maybe you feel a tickling or something like electricity This is your light egg. That's what the Toltecs call the light egg. And in modern science, we know it's your electromagnetic field. Then we can rub our hands and then we can feel the energy between our hands. Maybe it's like a cotton of light. And maybe you can feel it. And then you rub it again. You have to do it somehow really fast, because if your mind comes in and thinks about what am I doing right here, then it disturbs to feel it. So the light egg in this ancient knowledge is your energy. And in other ancient cultures, we find similarities, like in the Celtic culture, Anam Cara, it's the soul friend. And Anam is the ancient knowledge. They believed that the physical body was inside your soul. That's the Celtic knowledge. Not as we in Western worlds, it depends on the culture, believe that the soul is inside the body. This Anamkara from the Celtic knowledge says something similar. The physical body is inside the soul. So when we believe and we decide, let's say that we believe this. So you have an energy body and you have a certain amount of energy available to you. So whatever we do in our life, and it's all about walking a path with heart. It's all about fulfilling your task in life you're born for. And every one of us, when you're honest to yourself, you know it. In some situations, you have the feeling that you're walking one step forward towards something new that you want to live in your life. Your heart is saying yes, and you go one step forward, and then somehow you fall two steps back. And it's like a spider web where we are trapped, because every interaction with other situations and people, especially in these situations, is an exchange of energy. And when we are celebrating the connection on the World Breathing Day, we want true connections from the heart. We don't want codependencies, because when I give to you my energy right now, then I will miss you all this afternoon or this evening, and tomorrow I miss you so much. But in reality, it's the energy that I gave to you that I miss. And then when I'm close to you again, I'm feeling my own energy. And we don't want this. We want truthful relationships, no dependency. We want love from freedom, from the energetic freedom. I don't need your energy. I just love you because I love you. That's what we want, true connections. So that's about Toltec recapitulation. So the technique is very simple, and it helps us to do this emotional hygiene, let's say, and emotional cleansing and energetical cleansing, because we bring back the energy that belongs to us and we give the others back their energy. And maybe you have heard of the EMDR technique, where someone is pointing with the finger in front of your eyes and you follow with your eyes. So this EMDR, this eye movement technique, maybe there is some similarity, but I'm still researching. It's very mystical, it's very magical. No one knows where this Toltec recapitulation comes from. They say it's ancient from the Toltecs and since thousands of years, because in their cosmovision, they wanted to make a copy of their life. So it becomes even more crazy. They did it to clean their energy in everyday life, of course, to be free and happy and to give love, as if this situation would be the last situation of their life. That's the Toltec way of living these philosophical principles in the practical everyday life. I do every action as if it was my last. So I give all my love into this. And I can only do this when I'm free, when I'm energetically free. So the even huge picture, the even bigger picture of the Toltec recapitulation is they wanted to recapitulate their whole life so that they would have a copy It's really crazy stuff that I'm telling you. I know, but I want you to know about this ancient story. Let's say you can see it as a science fiction or a fairy tale if you want, if it's easier. But it's a really interesting story because below me, 30 people there doing some practice to live their birth again. Why are we doing this? Because we want to clean also our energy, and we want to relive our decision why we came here, and we want to remember why we are here. And the Toltecs, they did not only want to remember why they are here, they wanted to leave at the time of when your soul, or when, let's say, the universe says it's time to leave this physical body. They wanted to do the journey, and they wanted to pass by the eagle. It's a symbolic metaphor for the gift of consciousness that as human beings we got from the eagle, let's say, the eagle, like eagle, huge wings in the universe. So when you come and your soul goes up, then the the gift you got from the eagle was consciousness, and you have to give it back. It's like a préstamo in Mexican, el préstamo. It means it's not a gift, it's a
Alone.
loan. A loan. Thank you for the word, Laila. Yeah, it's a loan. So you have to give it back, and the eagle comes and takes it. And then you don't remember what you did before. You have to give all your experiences, all the development of consciousness for the whole consciousness in the universe, of course. You have to give it back. So the eagle does and takes it. And the Toltecs, they were very smart because all their philosophy is based on observation of pure energy. They were all seers. They were not thinking and writing. How could it be? They were observing the nature, the trees, the plants, the animals, the human beings. And they saw this light egg that we were trying to experience before. So what they did is they practiced Toltec recapitulation, not only to clean their energy body, of course, because as seers, they wanted to do all different kind of um, atravesias. It means to do crazy stuff, to do anything that is possible for a human being to do, even in this life and in your physical body and with your energy body. For example, like in some meditations where we travel through the universe, like transcendental meditations, for example. So they wanted to do all this. So they needed all the energy to do these travesias, to do these daring things. And the more energy you have, the more magic you bring into your life. The more energy you have, the more you can give also to others, but in the moments when you decide, not by robbing one from the other, like energetic vampirism, the energy from one another, because we forgot about Toltec recapitulation. We forgot about how to connect with ourselves and clean our energy body. So unconsciously, many human beings are still in this trap of feeling a low of energy, not enough energy, and then unconsciously they take it from others by um, emotional emotional Erpressung. I don't know the word. Someone German speaking who knows what Erpressung means in English. Emotional hazard or something like that.
Suppression.
Suppressions, thank you. Yeah, like emotional suppressions, like you are always doing this wrong, and then I take the energy from the other. So we don't want this. We want to get out of this game. We want to be independent and free with our energy body, and from there we give energy to someone when we voluntarily decide so. So that's all about the background why Toltec recapitulation is so interesting. And if you want to change something in your life, we have breath work. We have here in the In-Breath Institute in Germany, in Bavaria, from Heinz-Gerd and Lehrer Lange, we do a lot of these modern breathwork techniques, of course, conscious connected breathing. And when it comes to this to these altered states of consciousness, of course, we do also some kind of practices where when someone is attached very much to a situation, a traumatic situation, for example, by inhaling and taking back your energy and exhaling and giving back the energy to the other person or persons, there can be a lot of healing. And what else can we do? We cannot do so much. We can do in the very situation when something happens and a memory comes up from a traumatic situation. For example, I project on my work, on someone in my work, that he behaves like my father, for example, and I get anxious, I get a really flat breath, all that you know as breathwork therapists or breath workers. And so it's very important in the very situation to breathe and to observe your emotions. So Toltec recapitulation would be in the very situation to breathe. To inhale, I take what is mine, but only what is mine. And I exhale and give back what is not mine. So this is a kind of Toltec recapitulation in every moment. And when we talk about the possibility to change our lives because we change ourselves, how do we do it? How do we do it? How many breathwork sessions you have had? I had thousands of breathwork sessions for myself. And so when comes the change? The change comes in the very moment when a similar situation comes up and some memory is still there, but the energy behind it is cleaned. So you have a reaction, but in the very moment you can see this is not my father that is in happening, and we follow the example that I gave before. It's not my father. It has nothing to do with this. It's just a memory inside me. And I breathe and I take back my energy and I exhale and give back the energy to the other person. So that's how we can change our behavior patterns and how we can change ourselves. And by this, by changing ourselves, we change the world. So on the World Breathing Day now, let's recapitulate. We still have a few minutes. I invite you that we do it 5 minutes. And then we see how you will feel like. It's without music. It's very clean. It's just your intention. It's all about your intention. When you set your intention that you want to recapitulate, that's how it works. There's a lot of intent. It means intent. They call even the intent when you do the Toltec practice. It's like intent. It means intention. So the exercise is easy, very easy. The head goes to the right shoulder, eyes are closed, and I allow a situation to appear from my past, from today, from this morning, let's say, or from yesterday. And I inhale from right to left and from left to the middle. That's the inhalation. I point with my finger. That's only the breathing. It's not part of the exercise. And in the middle, I exhale all through the nose. From here to here, nothing happens. And then I start again. I allow an image to appear. And I inhale the image from right to left and from left to the middle, and I exhale. And then again, the head goes to the right shoulder. Let's say there is no image. The screen stays black. It doesn't matter. You continue. Inhale. And in the middle, exhale. Okay. So let's do it. Just 3 minutes so that you get a feeling of it. When you want to do it the traditional way, we call the intent before we start, but you can leave it aside. It doesn't matter. But normally we call the intent. It's just the force in the universe that is in favor of the human species, not what we see in Matrix. It's the force that is in favor of us as human species to be free, not to be used as energy producers like chicken in a cosmic cage. That's what Carlos Castaneda said. We're nothing else than chicken in a cosmic chicken cage. So we want to be free. At least we try to be chicken that don't taste so well. And this is how we do the recapitulation. Okay? So we close our eyes and we call the intent. I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Intent! And then I start the recapitulation. Now it is freestyle. You allow any picture of today or yesterday or your birth and breathe it. And remember, it is your energy body who takes control of the recapitulation. It's not a psychological analysis that you do. It's not by thinking. Allow your energy body to take control to guide you. Anything that appears is fine. It can be also thoughts from your internal dialogue. Just breathe. While you're recapitulating, you cannot be used as energy battery for someone else. Just breathe. Head goes to the right shoulder. A situation, the people involved in this situation, and I inhale. Right to left, left to middle, I still inhale. And in the middle, I stop and I exhale completely. And now I invite you to slowly open your eyes and to stay in this feeling that you are right now. And you stay in this state of consciousness. And you do the recapitulation while you are listening to me with open eyes. Because we can also do the recapitulation, as I told you, in the situation where some traumatic memory is triggered. And move the head. And you can do the movement of the head only a little. When I go in the subway in Munich, for example, and I recapitulate, I do it just very little. Some people only do the first three movements with the head, and then they even stop completely. But I like it because it's like the movement of something that is really cleaning. Stay in this state of consciousness and observe. Any thought that comes, you can breathe it. Yes, that's good. That's perfect. So we take the last breath of this recapitulation. Recapitulation. Someone was asking how I spell recapitulation. Someone wrote it. Thank you very much, Vanessa. So we take the last breath of this recapitulation and slowly we come back. And then I announced that we will do also a heart-centered meditation. So 1 second heart-centered meditation. Focus on your heart. Feel your heart. Feel how thankful you are that you are alive. Thank you for this life. Thank yourself that you are alive. And now feel the connection from your heart with all the others in this room now. We are all one and we always heal together It was beautiful to recapitulate with you. Stay focused on your heart and now send this love out into the world. We are all one, as you might have heard many times today. Todos somos uno. That's what they say in Mexico. We are all one. Or they say, I am you and you're me. I am you and you're me. In Nahuatl, in the ancient Mexican language, it is Nevatlte, Tevatlne. Nevatlte, Tevatlne. It means I am you and you are me. So, what kind of world, when you now feel your heart, do we wish? A world in harmony? Yes. Feel it and send it with these billions of light fibers coming out of your heart. Every heart is connected with all the other hearts around the world. And let's build this web of light with our wish. A world in harmony, a world where all human beings remember that they're magical beings with infinite possibilities, healthy, in balance. And just breathe. So this was the short 1 minute heart-centered meditation. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.